Hi, hello, hi. Hi, Nan. Hello, Nan. Why am I so to this side of the screen? Oh, it's because my thing is here. Hi, it's okay. Do y'all remember when I said, oh, my dad was sick this weekend? I hope I didn't catch anything from it, from my throat hurting. I did. Life is great. I don't feel my worst, or I wouldn't be streaming. If I was feeling too bad, I wouldn't force myself from streaming. But I do cough a little. I do sniffle a little. I have some throat candies if I feel the need to. My throat doesn't hurt as much though. So that's good. I started coughing when my throat doesn't hurt. Makes sense, I guess. So yeah, don't mind me. Also, I think my body has decided that 12 hours was enough sleep for 2 days. Because I did sleep, but I started feeling tired around 3 p.m. I spent my whole night just being... Like, usually, even if I have a hard time sleeping, I still feel tired. I'm still like, okay, yeah, I should go to sleep now. Or, oh, it's annoying that it's so late, but I still, like, feel tired or sleepy. I felt fully like it was the middle of the day for the entire night. And felt tired at 3 p.m. So, I think it's serves to say I haven't done anything today. Because I slept from 3 to 8. So hopefully that's not even enough sleep that I won't be tired tonight. Crossing fingers so I can like get some sleep at a normal time. What I did do though is I did listen to the entire Epic album, which was very fun. Which is an album, a musical album based on the Odyssey. So the return of Ulysses from the Trojan War to Ithaca. Takes him 10 years. Not that far, but he fucked up a lot. A lot. And it's really good. I'm very excited for the new installment of it, which is going to get out on October 31st. Basically, Helen did a thread of streamers and what songs she thought would fit them. And so I was like, okay, I've been meaning to check out this musical anyway, but like, I really need to now. So I did. It was really fun, and I really liked it. Of course I did. It's Greek mythology. I spent half the time being like, well, this is actually this, or like, oh, this makes sense because of this. I was being a nerd the whole time. I didn't send that many voice messages to Helen explaining stuff or like talking about stuff because I was like, she does not care that much about this. And some of stuff I also got wrong, so I was like, maybe fact check your things. But yeah, let me... It was still really fun though. Okay. Here we go. Do I have... Yeah, I have my water bottle. Okay, good. But it was really fun to listen to and watch and stuff. And read, because I had the lyrics along every time. And now I understand everything she posted, and I'm like, nice. So, these are sketches I've made for potential covers for my comic. So there's this one. There's this one. And there's this one. I don't know which one I'm going to do yet. This one is my favorite, but I think it would work better as a title page than a cover. So I think I might do that. This one is kind of second best, but I don't know because I also really like the vibe of that one. So I'm trying to mentally, but that, I don't know what that is. I mean, I know what I wanted it to be, but I don't think it will work. I don't think that works as a cover, so I think I'll try and do that one, and I'll see how it ends up. Basically. Started. that as a count. This isn't like straining anyone's eyes. Okay. My brain's a little bit foggy because of being sick, so don't mind me if I'm a bit like slow and stuff. I hope the cold will be gone by the time here we go, a Saturday, so I can play Riven without wanting to blow my head off. That would be great. Okay. That would be great. So yeah, I hope you all had a good day though today. You bought a glass, that's incredible. Why did you buy one single glass? Don't they come in packs usually? I feel like glasses come in packs. Ah, you wanted one single one. Most of them are in packs, but I didn't want that icy. To be fair, it's true that you don't really need like 4 more glasses. Hello, Antoine. Hope you had a nice time watching the VOD. What kind of glass did you buy? I'm curious now. A big glass? That's good, that's nice. So you can put lots of water in and drink it all. Anka, it was fun. Thank you, Antoine. You better be drinking water in there. You don't need a glass to drink Monster. It contains itself. No, Monster, feeling good. God, the Monster glass, the thing is like permanently stained a radioactive color. That's too long. Yeah, that feels about right. The good thing about the good thing about having a PNG that I can do the poses and no one gets to see me like stretch my arm as high as I can to see where the fucking elbow ends up. Be kind to your artists. Let them not show your face so they can do reference poses. But Zeke, you better be sending daily big water checks in the group chat with the glass filled. Yeah, Anton, I'm a little sick. My dad got sick, came home, went back to work still sick, because we're not in a COVID epidemic, and gave me whatever sickness he has. Yesterday it was only my throat hurting. Now my throat is fine, but I cough a little bit and I do sneeze. So I'm sorry about the noises. But I don't feel too bad. I don't feel too bad, so don't worry too much. I'm just a bit Yeah, Zika, you better be sending the water up check and updates in the group chats. I want to know. Hey Antoine, do you have any takes on on the Odyssey? Do you have any opinions? I will read just the right amount because I have the capacity to grade my brain diseases, of course. I wouldn't be streaming if I was feeling bad, so don't worry too much. I'm not Juno. I wouldn't be streaming if I was feeling bad. That's mean because Juno has been cancelling streams. Juno is quite good at cancelling streams, to be fair. So when she needs to. This feels like a fucking Hamilton poster that I'm doing right now. Yeah, the Greek Odyssey! The one with Odysseus. I'm guessing speaking makes me cough more because I wasn't coughing as much earlier. Also, I was not speaking. It's good getting all my coughs out. Look at she strays. She does love strays, to be fair. Because for the Odyssey thing, yesterday I listened to Epic, which is a musical. It's kind of an internet musical about the Odyssey. It's not finished yet, but they release like albums quite frequently of like parts of it. It's really good, and I'm very happy having listened to it. But now I have all of my fucking hot takes about it that's coming back to my brain, and all of my opinions on the Odyssey, and I'm getting to know more about it because I research stuff. I'm like, oh, is this actually how it was in the Odyssey? And I googled it. I'm like, oh yeah, it wasn't. That's what I thought. Have never read the Odyssey. Have never read the Iliad. I do plan on doing so at some point. I need the Emily Wilson translations of the books. It's been too long. I don't recall a lot. I guess it's a long road trip buddy movie. If only. The infamous road trip buddy movie where all of your friends die. I would say the main character is a sad man. That's very true. He's quite sad. I would like to give him a hug. From what I recall of him being always miserable, he is, but he deserves it. He kind of fucked up a lot, so I think he kind of deserves it. Dude man leaves Troy and the Trojan War, having lost none of his men. They're still 600 people. On the way back, decides to fumble Athena. Not fumble. That's not the term I wanted to use. Fumble is like romantic, but break off the link he's had with Athena for so fucking long. Then fucks up with Poseidon. Reminder: he's using a boat and he fucks up with the god of seas. Then fucks up with fucking Helios, which I believe calls in Zeus to also fuck him up. So 3 of the major Olympus gods are against him now. Or at least not really being for him. He loses most of his crew, if not all of it, and then he goes to the underworld. So like, a great day overall, I think. I mean, you could give him hugs still, because he still has like a shit-ass trip back. The thing is, I don't think he needs them, because he spends a year at Circe's, and then he spends 7 years at Calypso's, which depending on the for Circe it's full, like he just did that, but for Calypso, depending on the version, he was more or less consenting, so that depends. But for Circe, he pretty much had fun there. And for Calypso, in most versions, even though it's not like in Epic where she brainwashes him, he's forced to stay, but you know. To be fair, I feel like it's really easy to cross the gods. They're petty and love to mess with humans. Yes, that is very true. The issue is, the way he fucked up with Poseidon is that he blinds a Cyclops. Cyclops are sons of Poseidon. And then he turns around, he tricks the Cyclops into thinking his name was Nobody. Like, the word Nobody was his name. He turns to the Cyclops and says, hey, you'll tell everyone the great Odysseus fought you and won. So then the Cyclops go to his dad and he's like, Odysseus fucked me up. And Poseidon is like, bestie, no, you're not going to go back home. Fuck you. I feel sad for Polyphemus, the Cyclops. He was just being chill with sheep and nobody fucks with him. Yeah, exactly. Polyphemus, like, really got the short end of the stick, because, like, he was just doing his thing. The Lotus Eaters tell Odysseus' crew, hey, here's where the meat's at. They just start killing the sheep for no reason. And, I mean, to get food, but they don't check, like, if they're like, oh, there's a lot of fucking sheep here, let's not check if there's someone's. So they kill his sheep. He's like, fuck you guys, I'm going to kill you, you killed my sheep. And then they're like, oh my god, he's so mean, he's killing us. Yeah, you started that first, bestie. And then they, you know, fuck with him more. And it's just like, I came in peace and stuff, and then you fucked me up. Bestie, you didn't give him your real name. You didn't come with all best intentions, like, let's be clear here. Like, if I went in your back, like, if I went to your back garden and started eating your shit, you would also be upset. So, like, killing your pets and stuff, like, no. Oh, also the reason Zeke is laughing is because I kept comparing him to Odysseus all day. And also to Hermes, specifically Epic. And I think I have no recollection of the Iliad except that it's... Yeah, the Iliad is the Trojan War. You've summarized it perfectly. It is the Trojan War, it's just that. That's what happens in the Iliad, it's the war. It's like the events that lead to the war, I think. Them going to wars and the 10 years of war, and the Odyssey is the 10 years of Ulysses trying to go back to Ithaca. Yeah, it's okay, you did that yourself. You did that yourself. You put yourself alone in that little box, to be fair. I do think it's funny that in Epic they decided that, like, he was not going to cheat on Penelope. I know that it's also because, I'm guessing, in the original myth and stuff, also the way that Ulysses did cheat on Penelope is not seen as the same way as it would be perhaps in, like, modern day. Like, I'm guessing peers change stuff, but he does sleep with other women on his own consent. But he's still like, Penelope's the love of my life, I love her so much, or whatever. Like, his whole thing is, I want to go back to see Penelope, and also my son Telemachus, but, you know, mostly Penelope. So it's also like a thing of love and whatever. So I understand why they took that out, but I did have to laugh when there's a whole thing with, like, Athena trying to convince different gods to let to make Zeus help Ulysses and take him from save him from Calypso. And the argument she tells to Hera is, he's never cheated on his wife. I was like, didn't he? Didn't he though? Like, didn't he? Especially when then you have the whole, like, Circe song being like her kind of flirting with him and him being like, no, have a wife. It's like, bestie, you did sleep with her. In the original version, you do go and sleep with her. Like, it's that song I sent to Helen, that song is the equivalent of No to This from Hamilton, but for that musical. And they are the same guy. I'm sorry. In that specific instance, they are the same fucking guy. He sleeps with her. I don't care if Athena is like turning a blind eye to it. He slept with her. Is the cat trying to possess us? Cat-like tendencies have been observed on occasion. Yeah, you have cosplayed a cat boy before. We mostly associate Zeke to dogs, though. I feel like in general, but Zeke as a character is a tick. Why am I doing that? I'm going to leave that here for now. Ah, here we go. The little guy is a dog after all. Don't mind me when I do the it's just me like being annoyed at being sick. It's fine. Is in the Odyssey, isn't the wife also making and erasing her artwork every day? Yes. Penelope is a queen, and Penelope, in all senses of the term, by the way, and she that's not what I wanted to do. She is in Ithaca, and she's trying to, you know, tell the many different men who tries to marry her to fuck off because she's queen. So if they marry her, they become king. And it's not like Odysseus has left for 20 years, but he kind of has, and it's not like he's still at war. The war ended 10 years ago, so you know. And so what she does is she says, "I will marry you when I finish. I will choose who I marry when I finish my I forget the word in English, but my tapestry, because she's weaving a tapestry. And so what she does is that she does her weaving in the day, and in the night she undoes the threads, and then she redoes the weaving during the day, and then she undoes the thread at nights, because she's extremely smart and extremely cool. And then when Odysseus comes back, because they have at some point, the dudes that try to court her are a bit dumb, but you know, at some point they do catch on that she's doing shit. So she's like, okay, I'm going to do a new challenge for you, and the challenge is a challenge for which Odysseus had come back at that point. So he was hidden amongst the rest, and she's like, take my husband's old bow, so Odysseus' bow, and if you can pass an arrow through 10 axes, like the blade of the axe that had been emptied. I've seen some versions say, like, go through the blade of the axe. I've seen some versions said there's a little hole in all of the axes, it has to pass through the hole. If you can do that, then I'm fine with marrying the person that will be able to do that. And she knows that only Odysseus can do it. So Odysseus reveals himself, does it, gets his wife back. Draft. Brouillon, c'est draft. Oh, when you're doing the your voice acting like zombie. Yeah, kind of. Right now, your draft is POV, the Red Bull is spinning. This is POV, you're Hinata in a POV, you're the blocker in front of Hinata in Haikyuu. POV, you're the blocker in front of Hinata in Haikyuu. Wait. POV, you're Oikawa during a Haikyuu match against Karasuno. Oh, the hole in the axes explain a logo for a movie. Yes, production company? Yes, it does. Ah, okay. But yeah, that's the whole thing. And also during the whole entire time, Telemachus, so their son, is just growing up and being like, I hope my dad comes back because I can't help my mom against the suitors this whole time because, you know, I'm a child. So yeah. PvE Nata blocking for the first time. True. There's different versions of the myth, of course, always, all the time. And so I was so surprised when I saw that, like, in I should do this so I can know. When I saw that, like, in Epic, they decided to make that scene with the axes and stuff because I didn't know that scene existed, because the version of the myth that had been told the most was that when Odysseus comes back from his 10 years, they forget to change the sails. So and they had a secret code. I mean, it's not that secret. Between Penelope and Odysseus is that if he came back and the sails, like the big drape on the ship, was black, then it would have meant that Odysseus died. And they forgot to change it, and so they come back, the sail is black, and so Penelope jumps from the highest point in Ithaca and falls to her death. And then Odysseus gets off the ship. He's an old man by now, so Telemachus doesn't recognize him because he's never known what his father looked like because he was too young when he went to war. And he thinks that he's an old man that's going to try to take over Ithaca, and he's thrown, and so he kills him. That's the version I remembered, so it's a bit different. And I don't know what version that is. I need to look it up at some point, like, where is that from? Am I, like, mixing it with another myth or something? Wait, I need to look it up now. Does Penelope jump and die when Odysseus comes back? Like, am I mixing this with someone's with someone else? Is my question. Yeah, I know Penelope's fucking faithful. Oh yeah, it's true. And then Telemachus comes and marries Circe. That's the thing that happened. So Circe went with the dad and the son. Does Telemachus kill Odysseus? In the mythological postscript, Odysseus is accidentally killed by Telegonus. Okay, and then the son by goddess Circe. Oh, so he's killed by his son, but it's not Telemachus. It's another one that he had with Circe. So he did, you know, he did cheat on his wife, because, like, that doesn't happen by magic, even though she's Queen of Witches. The first witch, rather. Okay. How does... I'm just googling now. Penelope die. Okay. Apparently at the end of the poem, she's just reunited with Odysseus. And then, in the postscript, we get the death of Odysseus, from what I've seen. I mean, most myths are tragedies, to be fair. Also, just learned earlier that Circe could be one of the origins of witches and magic people use wands. Yes, true. I remember seeing that as well. She's the, who in mythology jumps off a hill after ship black sails? Oh, it's Theseus! It's Theseus, and who the fuck was he with? King Aegis, seeing the dark sail, thought his son was dead and jumped up into the sea. The sea has since been called Aegean in his honor. Theseus became king of Athenians. Yeah, because his dad died. God, Theseus, Black Sails. God, I had my guys mixed up. King Aegis, it's not even a woman that jumped, had told Theseus that upon returning to Athens, he was to fly a white sail if he had triumphed over the Minotaur, and had instructed a crew to raise a black sail if he had been killed. Theseus, forgetting his father's direction, which were really easy, Theseus really fucked up, flew a black sail as he returned. And so then he jumps. Okay, I see. So it was never Odysseus. Good to know. That joke only works in French is the thing. Theseus, the rival of Antithesis. That is kind of funny though. They all have such fucked up death, it's hard to not remember or to remember all of them in detail. Especially, I have a hard time with names, and a lot of those myths I read when I was a lot younger, so I don't remember all of it. That's why I want to reread everything, so I'm like, okay, that's why I say I'm not that good. I love Greek mythology, but I'm not that good at it, and I don't consider myself that like hardcore Greek mythology nerd, because I don't remember much of anything ever. So Theseus is the guy that kills the Minotaur for the people like that don't know. Spoiler, in Greek mythology, they pretty much all die. Yeah, I was thinking about this after I listened to Epic, and then was like, oh, this is a dumbass. Because the thing is, in Greek mythology, you don't have any control over what you do. The fates decide. So the fates are three women that all have threads, and they decide of when they cut the thread, and if they cut the thread, then you're dead. And those decide on what your life's going to be. You don't get any control over that. And a lot of Greek mythology is heroes and humans trying to fight with their fate and change what has already been decided, and they never succeed, because that's not how that works. So it's kind of sad, because it's, if you think about it a bit too long, because it's really much the stories of people trying so hard to break out of their mold and break out of how they've been told or they know they're going to have to be in life and how it should go, and then never succeeding, because whatever they do is going to bring them to that end quicker, and they don't really have a choice about it, because everything that happens in their life is what leads them to that specific thing, and if their life had been any other way, it wouldn't, but it's of course going to go that way, and you don't have a say in it, and you don't have control over it. And the biggest example of that is Oedipus, which is told that he's going to kill his father and marry his mother. And so his parents, in response to that, are like, let's kill the baby. They give it to a royal servant who's like, I can't kill this baby, I'm going to give it in adoption to people. So he gets adopted. When he's older, then he leaves and goes to a neighboring country, and he, in his travels, meet with his biological father, doesn't know it's him, kills him. And then when he goes to the kingdom where he was once prince, people are like, our king is dead because he killed him. Our king is dead. If you manage to fight against the Sphinx and succeed against the Sphinx, then we'll let you marry our queen. That's the whole thing. It's like, they're like, please get rid of the Sphinx and you can become king. And so he does that, and he marries his mom and has kids with her. The kids are Antigone and forgot the name of the other three kids, because Antigone is my favorite. It's one of my favorite myths. I love it so fucking much. So has three kids with her, and then realizes, like, gets told that basically that's his mom, and that he killed his dad, and he pierces his eyes basically, so he would never have to see again. And it's kind of like the story of the story of Oedipus and his family is very much a story of a cursed family tree that was cursed because of the grandpa. I can't remember what he did, but basically the ancestors did shit, and then the whole bloodline was cursed, and so they all have horrible destinies. It's really interesting. I really love that storyline. Yeah, same. One day I might eat some big book and or video summarizing all of the myth. Dream would be to do that with all world mythologies. Yeah, true. I'm a bit of like, if I'm not interested, I don't like. I kind of do that with my mythology series, where I'm like forcing myself to learn more about other countries' stuff. I'm very happy about that, but I'm mostly interested in Greek myths and stuff, which because those are the ones that like occupy my brain. But that's why I want to read everything and stuff. And it's so hard because so many of those myths have like different guys that are the same name, but they're not the same guy. Like, what do you mean Thetis is, on one hand, Apollo's mom, and on the other hand, Circe's mom? They're not the same woman. They're both goddesses or slash nymphs. Both linked to the sea, but not the same girl. Not the same person. Why would you call them the same thing? Please. It reminds me of the recent Pokemon leaks. Some people were shocked by the fucked up stories, and the other people reminded them that it was supposed to be like the myths around the world, and lots of people are fucked up because humans are weird. Yeah, exactly. Like, the people that are shocked by the Pokemon leaks are the people that don't know about any kind of Pokemon lore. That is nothing, that is like not recent. Because it's not supposed to be like, it's kind of like a Yu-Gi-Oh thing where it's not supposed to be that wholesome at first, but then it became wholesome. It's not supposed to be wholesome. Like, there's lots of Pokemon cards where you read the descriptions that are very dark. Because they're supposed to be like that. And then they made them like a lot more sweet and stuff. Good for marketing. Less interesting storytelling wise. People forget, like, that's the thing that makes me a little sad about like modern children's media, is that a lot of people forget that the reason why a lot of earlier myths and stuff are fucked up for kids is because they were supposed to give warnings and scare kids, telling them, hey, if you do this or if you don't do this, this is the consequences of your actions. And stories were scary or were like extremely traumatizing because of that. And I'm not saying traumatized kids, of course, but like there's a reason things happened. And it was also because kids used to die a lot younger or for X or Y or Z reason, so gotta be careful. So their way of saying stranger danger was saying, hey, if you're not careful when you go to the woods, a wolf might eat you. Eating is a metaphor. And so shit like that happens. Yeah, I'm pretty sure first or second generation of games, some NPC talks about the fact that humans used to marry Pokemons, not even talking about all the ghost spirits, Pokemon king children. Yeah. And very Japanese cultures are all the ghosts and spirits killing children. That happens a lot in their culture, so like that's not surprising. Like, I'm sorry, but I understand why the original tale of Cinderella being that she, like, the stepsis just cut their fucking ankles to try to make feet, their heels, not ankles, their heels to make their feet fit into the slippers, and then Cinderella making them, or the sisters and the stepmother danced on hot coal because they were mean to her and abused her. Like, I understand, you know, why that would maybe tell kids, hey, don't be mean, don't be a bully, and work. Because, like, I don't want to dance on hot coals for the rest of my life. Like, makes sense. And, like, I'm not saying we should be harsher on kids, whatever. I'm very, like, I think on the one hand, it's bad to other baby kids, and on the other hand, people do love to be abusive. So, like, there's a healthy middle to get there. There's a healthy middle that needs to be achieved. Ugh. I love when I decide to do something and then I get in front of the something I need to do and I'm like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to have to draw Earth from a satellite view. There's too many clouds. And all those photos I don't trust. Photo of Earth, NASA. No, NASA, not NADA. NASA. I'll do that one. Nice. But clouds are pretty. What do you mean there's too many? What I mean is when you do Earth from space, there's lots of clouds on it and it's hard to draw. I don't want to because I'm tired. Also, I'm always tired. Well, I don't have a temperature, so that's good. I was like, do I have temperature? I don't. I'm fine. I don't feel feverish, but I was like, am I? Clouds are pretty, but not from, like, it's easier to do clouds in the skies than clouds in space, kind of thing. I need to save this picture now. I need to send it to myself. There we go. You can do it, and we'll do it, and it'll be glorious and pretty. I will do it, that's true. I need to put my sensor screen more. Like this, here we go. Nice. Here we go. That's a picture I've chosen. I hate it. Like, you see what I mean? That's all so hard and stuff. But thank you for your support. Whatever, I don't really care. Doesn't need to be accurate, just needs to look fine. That's the thing with most art in general, it's like, it doesn't matter if it's not actually accurate, as long as it looks accurate, you'll be fine. So that's not exactly where a muscle is. Does it look accurate? Yes, okay, we're fine. Sometimes stuff that aren't accurate looks less good. Sometimes stuff that is accurate looks less good than stuff that isn't. So, you know. That's why when you draw, you do artistic anatomy and not just anatomy. Okay. I don't know at all what kind of typo I want to use for the text. Also, I don't like his proportions, so I need to... their proportions, so I need to change that. Oh, I forgot he had wings. Aw. I feel whenever I cough, it's like that kind of dry, kind of small cough. I always think of wait. Uh, I need to do a new one if I want to do that. Oh, I can do that. Okay, good. Up. I think of this little guy. Where am I? I'm here, okay. I think of this guy. Whenever I cough, I think of him. He has the exact same cough. Heen. Little Heen. He coughs like that, he goes Thank you, Antoine. See you later. Thank you. Bye-bye. I won't die. I had 2 teeth. I should have had 3, I think. I think I had 2 yesterday, 1 today. So I'm fine. Plenty of water. Hydration is important. Especially when you're sick. Oh, so I hope I feel better by the end of this week because I need to go do a few groceries. And I don't... Because I probably won't be contagious anymore, so that's fine. I still mask and everything, of course, but I won't be contagious anymore. But if I feel like death, I'm not going to go out, so... So I hope like tomorrow I feel fine. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to check my wings references. If I'm a bit all over the place, that's normal. My brain is... It's fine, I'm allowed, because I'm tired and sick. If you feel like I'm justifying myself too much, mind your own business. My filter leaves a little bit when I'm sick, so... I tend to be a bit harsher. I like the first truff I had, but that's nice too. I'm going to use that one again. Because the wings I want to do are different enough that I feel like I won't just copy that. Because the thing I keep wanting to do is like usually when a lot of people do wings, what they imagine is that here you have a back. That the wings would go around here. Don't mind that looks like nipples because of yeah, nothing I'll do will make it look less like nipples. Maybe like I'll do a head, like, okay, here we go. Now we see that it's the back. So we want to do the wings here because we're like, oh yeah, it makes sense. It continues with the shoulder blades, which if humans had wings, that's not how that would work. The wings would be here because wings are animals' arms. What I like to do for this specific comic is to put the wings here. Why? Because it looks cool. It has no reason to be... They have no reason to be that low on the body. Maybe I guess like it's a center of gravity thing. I don't know. I feel like that works. I like them being here. because then you can do like big stuff like that as well, where like they go back up. But then I have to remember to not put them in their back, which I usually don't. So I need to remember mentally that like they start here, basically. In life, you make decisions based on your own choices and stuff. It's kind of like centaurs. Like, if centaurs were a thing, anatomically, they don't make any sense because with the way we cut humans and horses, that would mean they have 2 hearts, 2 set of lungs, 2 intestines, which is just not practical. It's just shit for everyone involved. That works well. Okay, good. Wings are hard to draw, and I don't think I've mastered it at all yet. But if by the end, I'm going to be kind to myself, the end of this comic I haven't figured it out, that will be very sad. Don't you usually like draw, like in my head I would have drawn the cover at the end, but they asked for it at the first. Oh. Need to have drawn it for the first. And I'm not going to start drawing the comic pages now, so cover it is. At some point I used to know what different wings were for, because I know I got taught that, but I fully forgot. There's different type of wings, of feathers, different type of feathers serve different purposes on wings, but I fully forgot. Okay. I should do a chapter thing on this VOD and write the first part of me talking about the whole part of me talking about Greek mythology as events being bullshit on Greek mythology. An informed opinion on Greek mythology. Dun, 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 dun. Evan doesn't know what he's talking about. That doesn't keep him from going on. Need to put the eyes slightly higher. There we go. That's a lot better. No. Okay. Alors. Yeah, I don't like the perfect of the hair. I really like the hair, so I'm going to give to me like a little bit to get it right, because I want to make sure I get the hair right, because I have an idea of what the hair is supposed to look like, which is fine, but I want to make sure that like on the cover you can see the hair how I want the hair to be, which is like quite long and quite voluminous, but it's not a lion's mane either, like it can fall and stuff. Quite in thinner pieces and things. It's not like the thickest hair either. It should look silky, but somehow it's slightly crunchy for some reason. as far as Angel Media is existing stuff, you should really check out wait, what is it? Angel Before Man from Raphael Nicholas. It's really good. It's a really good book. If you like queer versions of evangelical stories or angel retellings and stuff, incredible. It's a queer retelling of the fall of Satan. It's brilliant. There's 2 more books, one that's out, one that's not out. The one that's out is Angel and Men, and I don't remember what the one that's not out yet is title's going to be. Haven't read Angels and Men yet, sadly. Don't have it yet. But I've heard it's really, really good. And just so you know, the book has quite a bit of trigger warnings, but they are in the book, and also it says inside the book, if you are not okay with all the trigger warnings, you can just read the first half of the book. The second half is not needed to understand the story. But yeah, if it triggers you too much, you can just read that part of the book, and that's fine. So yeah, big recommend. It's really cool. Really cool book, really good book. A lot more accurate than whatever I'm doing to do. Which my point is not to be accurate, so you know, but... wouldn't be surprised if people read that comic and say that's heresy, but you know, that's how you know you've made something good. Something that's good as well is that, like, publishing houses usually ask you, like, what's the goal of your book? What do you want your reader to feel? How do you want, like, that to do and what that to do and stuff? So that's good for me, because then it's going to make me think a lot more about what specifically I want to do with this book. Okay. Which is something that, like, you kind of do internally, I think, when you're writing. Like, you're like, oh, I want this to do this, I want this to do this, but you don't always, like, externally think about it overall, especially when the story shifts so much. So it's good. I'm excited to respond to those questions, even though it's going to, like, put me in a slight frenzy of what am I doing? Why am I doing this? Is this ever going to be good enough? Is anyone ever going to publish this? Want to publish this? Not how. What's this one? That would be dominant on that one. I love the slutty angel uniforms so much that I gave them. They don't all have the same slutty angel uniform. There are a few variations, but they make me so happy. Doesn't make much sense that they would, like, personalize them as much as they do, but you know what? Makes me happy, it's fine. I'm allowed a little bit of pizzazz to personify the angels and stuff. Especially in that part of the story where I have that one where there's less people, so they can take care of that. They have time and stuff. Do that. Makes sense. For me. Oh, I need to be careful that that doesn't intersect with that. There's a reason why I didn't fix the knees now, because there's pants that are going to go off them. That's what I wanted to do here. Do I give the bands to them? I don't know if I want to give them their bands, because the bands are specifically for when they fight. Don't think I'll get the bands, I'll leave the band for when they fight. Which is not that... Maybe I could bend around that, like just fly kind of around. Would that work from a symbolism standpoint? Would that make any sense from a symbolism? I don't think that would make much sense from a symbolism standpoint. This little fold here, that fold is exactly the same thing as that fold, so you know. I mean, not exactly, it's more close to the fold you would have here against the skin. That fold would mostly be that fold, but shh, it's fine. Now my issue is the title. Okay, let's go here. I should make you. I'll do a copy just in case. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. No. In here, I'll just have and just word written. Okay, good. Now I'm going to look up quickly comics cover Angel reaching for Earth. I can always put Angel's Word here as well. I might do that because I think that works better. Okay, I can't find, just from looking up quickly, I can't find, that's a good reference. Okay, I can't find a single cover that does what I'm doing right now, so I'm very happy with that, because I was like, oh, I'm sure I'll Google it up, there's going to be like 10,000 fucking covers that have the same exact visual. So there might be, I'm not saying there's no comics cover that don't have a similar thing to what I did. There's probably a lot, but from what I can find on the internet quickly, there's none that look exactly like what I'm doing, so that's good. Because I don't want that. Let me put that like this as well so you can see better. Now it's time for typography. So you're not going to see much because I'm going to mostly be looking at my phone for different kind of typography I could use for this, which is great for me, not that great for you, but it's important, so. Because the way I like to do typography is rewrite it by hand, which is stupid. I could just put it in Procreate and write and type it out, but I like redrawing it. I think it's because of my graphic design classes where we had to write all of the typography by hand. We had quite a few classes where the whole assignment was doing hand-drawn typography, which was hell. It was literal hell. You had to like trace it over a light table. So if you did any mistake, fuck you, you had to start back. So it was fun. You know, it was very fun. God, I always love like classic Gothic alphabet. I'm always tempted to just do that, but no. We just oh, that's bad. That wouldn't look good with that. That looks cool, but that's fully, I can tell you 100% copyrighted, and I'm not using copyrighted fonts for this. Because you need to pay, when you use a copyrighted font, you need to pay a license for it, of course, to use it. Which I'm not going to do, because I don't want to pay a bunch of licenses to try a bunch of stuff out. You have websites that have free fonts on them, but I like just kind of scrolling stuff and then finding one I like and then trying to find one that's close to it that's for free. If it's not, or like redraw it a bit a way that I like, so it's not too bad. Stop going to Gothic fucking types. It's not going to save me, leave me alone. Something very like that would be fun, but those are all expensive, I'm sure. Going to go on free fonts. That font, bestie. Okay, accept. Let's see. Actually, I could do this here. Wait. That font. There we go. Here we go. Okay. Ah, give me a second. Pour l'éternité, avec le cœur brisé, infini, dans l'éternité, comme c'est la nuit. Ah, here we go. Here we go. La fonte. Le prix à payer. Oh, même I like Ceres. That I kind of like, but it's too wide. I want something more like that. If that makes sense. That's kind of cool. But that's for like a perfume company or something. That I like better, for example. It's like more, like it's thinner. That's why. That could be kind of cool. That I feel like that would look just like an erotic novel. Ooh, that's kind of cool. I kind of like that. That is good too, as I like. Because I need something that's going to be very, very readable. That's the goal. I don't know if they just want the cover or if they want the full like cover mock-up thing with like back cover as well. Kind of like that. Des hommes ce que nous sommes. Que nous sommes. That, but like less wide would be really cool. This one, do you have like a thin version of it? So here you have like all of the... Oh, no commercial users. Okay, yes, then I'm not allowed to use. Please purchase the commercial license. Yes, for sure. Like a lot of this is like... This one is fully free, I think. Yeah. But this one I can't use because they're like, hey, if you want personal use, that's really fine. But if it's commercial use, then please like purchase the commercial license, and then you have the links to that, which is fully fine. Do respect that. Respect artists if they ask you to use for commercial use. That's fully fine. I just don't have the money for that right now. Kind of like that. I feel like this one will be the same and ask me for a commercial license. I don't like this old link though. Do you think I will be changing probably stuff about the thing when I have it, but you know. Very true. I don't know if I like that. Oh yeah, my text in here, I didn't notice. Is it bad that I kind of like this? Ugh. The more I look at the word angels, the more I feel like that's not a real word and I did a mistake writing it. Like, that's not how that's written, but pretty sure it is. Yeah. Gonna look like Jack Daniels though if I do that. Like, my thing is, I don't want something too thick because I'm scared that if I use something that's going to be too thick, they don't look bad. Because the drawing's not going to be like a lot, it's going to be 2 elements rendered and stuff, and then blackness of space. So gotta be careful because there's only 3 elements on the cover, so I don't want it to like look weird. I might just go with a simple one to be fair, and then just like work with that and see what I can do with that. I'm so glad I already have 3 fonts for text that I know I can use, because I won't have to go through this again. Or I could also write by hand, but that is a terrible idea. That's why a lot of people do their own, they do like their own font in their own handwriting. I'll see what I do, but I don't think I'll do that. I think I'll just take one that I've saved. because I don't think my handwriting is that good for fonts. Like usually when I do stuff like that, when I do my handwriting, it takes me forever to get stuff, and I'm like, I'm fine with that. I think that looks fine. Because I don't think my handwriting's good for that, because I write in cursive most of the time, or like half cursive. Oh, I do like that. So it's not the most good for, it's not the best for comics type. That is, it kind of looks like a certain Angeles word, but that kind of also looks like a bad isekai manga or Genshin Impact. Not the font looks great. I mean, that specific title written in it. Okay, so it's only for personal use. Yes. Okay. Pretty. It's a bit weird that one they just don't give a fuck. It seems. Okay. Let's go back to this. I might try a little bit of hand font, and if I don't like it, I'll go back to this website, because my brain just not liking anything. That's the thing, is like I look at fonts and I'm like, oh, this is good, this is bad, whatever. Then I end up usually having a hard time liking any of them for like the project I want to do, because I'm like, I feel like it'll look weird. What do I have for my examples? Give me a second. I'll be right back. Because making fonts is such like interesting work and hard work. I hope don't seem a bit disrespectful. I'm like, maybe I'll do mine. I usually abandon quite quickly anyway, so. As was the center. Okay, good. Up. Up. Yeah, already shit. Okay, yeah. Let's stop the massacre. I think I'll just use the one I have, and then... take off of that and then have fun with that a little bit. I'm just like weirded out that it doesn't ask me to get a license, whatever. Okay, fine. Okay, wait. Give me a second. Blah blah blah. Mm-hmm. to do. That's what I wanted to do. Okay. Okay. Let's play around with that now. Here we go. Okay. Okay. Okay, you know, I'm too tired. The cold is really kicking my ass, so I think I'm going to be done for today, because my brain is... I know what I want to do, but like... Also for the shadows and stuff, I need to take a reference picture, and I can't... I really don't have the energy right now to set up light and stuff to get the same kind of lighting to get a reference picture for this. Not gonna lie. I'll probably do that tomorrow or the day after. And I'll continue working on this on Friday. I was probably going to have to continue working on this for Friday anyway, because I have lots of ideas about what I want to do with this to make it a bit more like detail oriented and intricate, but I don't know how I want to do that, so I'll probably be experimenting quite a bit with it. But yeah, all the rest I need to do is either like detailing, like rendering or detailing, or I need to set up references and stuff, and my brain is mush right now because of the cold. So I think I'm going to be finishing for now. I'm thinking if I have anything else. So I'm off tomorrow, which is good, because that means I can rest and hopefully kick the cold asses. Thank you, Nan, you're very sweet. So hopefully tomorrow I can like get strength back and stuff. Hey Antoine, you're here for the end because I'm too tired to continue. The cold is kicking my ass right now. So I'm going to finish here. But yeah. Tomorrow no stream, I'm going to rest hopefully. On Friday I'll continue this. I don't know if I'll have time to finish it, but I hope so. Because I really would love to be able to do some kind of detailing work in the background that's like very subtle, but that's like a little bit of a motif or something maybe. I don't know. I'll figure it out in my brain. Saturday we have more Riven, which I am very excited for and really hope I'm not sick for. Or at least like good again enough that I can like focus and stuff. And on Friday we have co-working. But yeah. Thank you all. You've been very sweet. You'll see me on Friday. Bye bye.